Okay, this morning we're going to do the hike up to the stone wall on top of the mountain, and the CCC tower, and probably the overlook too. We did all this yesterday afternoon, my family and I, and it was pretty crowded then, and right about at the heat of the day, so I thought it would be much better to come back first thing this morning and see it while it's cooler, and get to where we can spend some more time privately and just check out everything. So we're gonna get started doing that, and welcome along. Sunrise was about half an hour ago, and it still hasn't got up to the top of the mountain yet, so it's nice and cool still. It's about 70 degrees when I left the car, so it's not going to be too bad. There are a lot of these steps. It's a pretty nice trail though. We've came to quite a few Georgia parks, and over the last couple of years, their trails are in pretty good shape. We've enjoyed hiking around mountains of Georgia. As you can see, there's a lot of these steps. Good exercise. Oh, excuse me. As you can see, the top of the screen, we're coming up to the old stone wall, and just barely start to see it up there. So this is the old stone wall. No one knows what it was really intended for. I know they call it a fort, but it doesn't look like it'd be high enough for a fortification wall. Tennessee has one along the Duck River. They call Old Stone Fort. This reminds me a lot of it. And They determined that it was used primarily for like religious and spiritual uses. The entrance lines up with the solstice, and there wasn't enough archaeological evidence to host year-round inhabitants. So I don't particularly know, but I'm thinking this is probably similar. Nonetheless, it's pretty fascinating to see something like this just made by hand this high up off on a mountain. That had to have been a pretty good feat of work. Down there is where we came in from. I'm just following along the wall. I didn't get to do this yesterday. There's quite a few people up here at the time. I like to do things early. You generally can generally ensure you get the places to yourself. And it's cooler and quieter usually too. Yeah, this thing just meanders around the top of the mountain here. Alrighty, I think I am going to head back the way we came, and turn the camera off while we do that. I don't remember there being much of anything really to show you after the wall, but before the fire tower. So when I get to the fire tower, I'll turn it back on and show it to you. Okay. I decided once we got back to where the path intersected the wall, and came up the hill, that to go the other direction. We're heading west now. Haven't seen this part of the wall either, so I just thought I'd explore it while I was here. There's one other car in the parking lot when I pulled in, but haven't seen anybody, so kind of privacy's just nice. Doesn't look like the wall is as high on this side. Okay. And that, down there in that little flat spot, that's, we're going to be down there here shortly anyhow. That's where the little trail to the overlook was, so I guess I'm going to turn back around from here. Looks like the wall kind of ends right here anyhow. There's a couple other signs right up here at the where the trail goes up to the fire tower that I want to show you. And, when I get there, I'll turn the camera back on. So, okay, we're coming up on some plaques that I was talking about. They're right up here. Hopefully the camera picks it up so you can read it. And over here's the other one. Hope I gave you enough time to read it. Alright, and up the steps we go to the fire tower. So when we get there, I'll show you around. Okay, the trail's coming to an end here. At the fire tower is just probably barely in camera view, or will soon be, but we're coming up on it. It's a real pretty building. They just finished restoring it. I think the lady was telling us yesterday it was dedicated in October. So the restoration is really just brand new. It was pretty interesting talking with her yesterday. Her father was the one who built it. I'll show you some of the things that she showed us. We were able to go inside it yesterday. It was open, and my understanding is for the weekends to the summer they open it up in the afternoon so you can go up in there and look around. We were told, I don't know how long ago, that the tower was struck by lightning, so all the wooden structure at the top had burned and then caused extensive damage to the stairs on the inside. So they redid all that, and I think she told me just a little bit on this corner to your right. They had to do a little bit of stonework, but otherwise it's still as it was in when it opened in 1934, she said. And somebody's water bottle, I'll take that with me just to help clean up when I leave. But we're not going to be able to see much from our position here, but you can see quite ways from the tower from the top. And that heart-shaped stone right there in the center of the picture here, she was telling us yesterday that as her father was building this tower, he was engaged to be married to her mother, and in the CCC you had to be a single person, so you could not have been a married person and work for the CCC. He wanted to carve his initials into the rocks, but they would not let him. So just as a secret to him, he carved a heart-shaped stone and put it into this wall. And then after this project was complete, she said that he left the CCC and got married and started his family. So I thought that was a pretty interesting story. She mentioned some of the other projects he later went on to do. Worked out at Oak Ridge, putting that together, and Fontana Dam, I believe she said. Alright, from here, let's head on to the overlook. It's not too far away. And alright, as you can see, there's quite a few steps getting down to the overlook. And I am not going to take you along with me for all these steps. I'm afraid I'll give you motion sickness if I haven't already. But they go on a pretty good ways. And that's a little landing down there. That's where the overlook is. See, so it's quite a few steps, but it's worth it. And when we get there, I will show you around. Okay, so there's east, and it's about where the stairs were we came out of. And this is my view from the overlook here. Oops, sorry about the shakiness, I was moving my feet. I've got the whole place to myself, it looks like right now, so. Sounds like there's a squirrel behind me. Maybe we'll get lucky and see him, but and I believe that's Chatsworth, Georgia down there. We'll head on down and check out the rest of the overlook. Put the water bottle down. Alright, here we are. bees out this morning. Them two radio towers on the next peak over, that's about where the cabins are that we're staying in. It's a pretty good sized park here. And let me get my phone, I will tell you. We are at 2,420 feet. Not very high by my Western State friends' point of view, but alrighty. Well, thanks for spending the morning with me. I'm going to head out of here and head back to the car and find my family and figure out what we're going to do for the day. Just thought while it's a pretty morning and nice and quiet, I would take you and show you the same sights we discovered yesterday. So until next time, we'll see you in the woods. Okay, quick little side note. I just received a text message from my wife, who is back at the cabin on the back porch and watching a bear play around in the woods right below our cabin. So it sounds like she has her own little adventure to tell when I get back too. All right, we will see you in the woods.